Hey guys, First Regardsman here, and today I'll be talking about the most damaging setup for the Heavy Bolter in patch 9.0 Space Marine 2. Now the Heavy Bolter did get some buffs this patch. The Firepower variant now has a higher base damage, and this stacked with our perks here like Thermal Boost, Overwhelming Power, and Brute Force is kind of insane for damage. You really do hit like a truck, so I wanted to make a build around this today. So for the perk tree setup on this weapon, I have grabbed the perk up here, Fast Venting first, and then moved over into the perk Perfect Cooling so we can pick up the most important perks like Increased Capacity and the god tier perk Heavy Immunity. While in heavy stance, you do not lose control from heavy hits. This perk is practically mandatory on every single heavy stance weapon. This will allow you to shoot back at zoanthropes and things like that while they shoot their balls at you, get your CHP back, and just survive things that would otherwise outright stun lock you and kill you. So super top tier perk, pretty much always pick this up. Then I grab the perk down here, Headhunter. Headshots deal 10% more damage, moving into another top tier perk, Adamant Hunter. When your health is below 30%, headshots deal 25% more damage. This perk is stupidly valuable when you actually trigger it. The 25% damage buff from this feels like it affects your base damage and makes your headshots hit like an absolute truck. Super powerful option when it actually procs. Next perk here is Heavy Precision, moving up into the perks Heavy Might for a total of 30% more damage in heavy stance. Then we grab the perk here, Discipline. When you have low ammo, you deal 25% more damage. This stacked on top of Adamant Hunter, on top of things like Thermal Boost, Overwhelming Power, and Brute Force can give you up to like a 90% damage buff on your Heavy Bolter. Very powerful perk combos here, and this one actually triggers a lot more than you think, so pretty much always pick this up as well. Let me just move into the perk here, Fast Venting, and up here into Increased Capacity once again, because having more ammunition on this thing can really save your life at times. Now, for the secondary weapon, I do take the Plasma Pistol Rate of Fire variant because this thing's kind of on crack this patch. A rate of fire of 5+ is insane for charge rate, and the rate of fire stat does affect the charge rate of these guns, so very powerful option. It will also give you a ton of DPS increase and things like AoE gun strikes, which are all just very valuable things in this game, period. The only thing holding back this weapon is the ammo economy, which is kind of horrific at times, which is why we pick up things like Plasma Collection and things like Efficient Charge as well, and also grab the perk here, Perpetual Velocity. Pretty much the same build setup for this gun every single time, but this is just by far the best secondary weapon in the game currently, especially for CHP regen, so I pretty much always grab this. And for the heavy perk tree selection, I do pick up the perk Restoration first. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. So this is by far the best perk in this first row. Armor restores in this game are usually more valuable than HP restores because they have damage caps versus enemy attacks that HP does not. So super valuable perk, pretty much always pick this up. Now the next perk I take on this build is Thermal Boost. When a ranged weapon is 50% overheated or you have less than 50% ammo in magazine, range damage increases by 15%. We are going for maximum damage here, so we do pick this up, though I will say Fortitude is the overall best perk in this tree. Health increases by 30%. This one just keeps you alive, it makes you very tanky, and has great synergy with stuff like Conviction, and especially your perks over here like Adamant Hunter and Adamant Restoration, because this 30% HP threshold to get your magazine capacity back, or your ammunition back, or like your headshot damage increase, it's not that dangerous for you with Fortitude, because Fortitude is just such a strong perk to keep you alive, so you can kind of like sit at that low HP value and just be fine and just trigger these perk effects. So if you want to do that, you certainly can, but I'm going for like the overall highest damage possible, which is this perk. Now next perk I take is Overwhelming Power. When Iron Halo is active, all squad members within 10 meters deal 10% more range damage. Now I have been told this will stack over here with Brute Force while your Iron Halo is active to actually give you a 25% damage increase, because like they both seemingly like activate at the same time, which is kind of interesting, but either way this one's great for like a range damage buff. Next perk I take for the team perk selection is Encompassing Aegis. All squad members take 25% less damage from range attacks. This perk is just top tier. A 25% flat range damage reduction affects armor and HP, and also stacks with like all the other perk effects like Conviction and things like that. So very powerful for your team, especially if you're like a tactical on your team, because the tactical class has literally no damage reduction on it outside of things like block weapons and some of the weapon perk effects. So giving this to him is just super valuable for your teammates, and overall the best perk perk by far because additional supplies is not very good and Bonds of Brotherhood outright sucks. Next perk is Consecutive Execution. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores equipment charge. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This is just a top tier perk wherever you can find it. 90-second melt-a-bombs, crack grenades, shock grenades, and even frags are just a value machine, and melt-a-bombs can wipe out multiple Majora's packs for you all on their own, or even Extremis packs, and do significant damage to bosses. So this perk is definitely top tier. Now, alternatively, you could take the perk here, Adamant Will. After Iron Halo deactivates, you take 20% less health damage for 10 seconds. This perk is by no means bad, and I think this one actually pairs pretty well if you have like a tactical on your team with Secure Stockpile, because this perk is broken, and getting 60-second melt-a-bomb backs for doing absolutely nothing is super valuable already. You don't really need your Consecutive Execution as much on the heavy if you have like a tactical with that perk on your team, so you could take this instead. Now, the next perk I take is Field Adjustment. Iron Halo recharges 20% faster, but its durability is reduced by 25%. Getting your Iron Halo back faster is just the most valuable option here, and usually your shield will not break outright. It's more like a, you put it up and then suddenly you're getting shot at and you take it down manually or something like that. So the actual durability decrease on this perk doesn't hurt you that much. Now you could take something like Obdurate Bastion for the increased durability if you're trying to like shoot a Hellbrew or something in siege mode, but for the most part, this one is just way better overall. And also has like great perk synergy with stuff like Adamant Will and stuff like that. Next perk is Brute Force. With Iron Halos and cooldown, range damage increases by 15%. This is something you do all the time, which is deactivate your Iron Halo or activate it to trigger overwhelming power. So having a 15% range damage buff that's pretty much active 24/7 in the game is just the best perk here by far. It also doesn't help that the other two perks here, like Saving Grace and Wrath of the Imperium, just suck outright, so pretty much always pick this up. Now for the signature perk tree, I do take the perk Offensive Capability. When Iron Halo is active, it deals damage over time to all enemies within 5 meters. This is actually a very valuable perk. It does significant damage to Majora's, Extremis, and things like that if there's sitting in your banner here, or not banner, your Iron Halo here. Though I will say, if you want to take something like Conversion Field to increase a banner regen on a Bulwark or something for a 50% increased ability charge rate, this is also very, very powerful, and the perk here, Coolant Reserve, just sucks, so I pretty much never take this. Even though it does give us more damage, this basically never happens, so just take one of these two. Now for the Prestige perk selection, just take Reverberating Impact first. Stomp area effect radius increases by 50%. Usually you're not using your Stomp for damage anyway, so having an increased radius is just way better, and already wipes out my Noras quite easily, but this also helps out with Swarm Mines. Next perk I take is Auxiliary Reload. This one just makes your ammo economy better, so pretty much always pick this up as well, especially in siege mode. And the next perk is Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. This is a top tier perk on any class that has it and really prevents the damage nuking, so very, very powerful option. And the final perk I grab is Indomitable Spirit. While performing a gun strike, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back. There are times where getting knocked out of a gun strike will outright kill you, so pretty much always grab this as well. And currently, things like Exponential Force, Home Precision, and Duelist all need a buff or something along those lines, because right now they aren't even close to these. Anyways, guys, that is all there is for this build. This is the most damaging build overall for the Heavy Bolter currently, and also a ton of fun. Even though we don't have like an accuracy version for increased weapon spread and recoil, it still works pretty well. And honestly, if you time your shots, it's not too bad. Or I should say, you spread your shots out evenly. It's pretty easy, just like nail heads even like a mile away. So that's pretty much all there is to this one, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, take it easy. Bye.
High priority Tyranid eliminated.
Right, potentially a boss spawn here. Boss spawn in this spot can suck sometimes. Alright, Neurothrope, that's not too bad for us.
Iron Halo online.
That is, though.
Frag grenade deployed.
I just want the Rebel guys going first.
You're in for a class Tyranid. Prepare to counter. Throwing fragmentation. Enhanced tactic ready. High priority Tyranid eliminated.
Right, Thermal boost is active. Just get rid of these guys if we can.
Iron Halo ready. Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat. Iron Halo online. Execute Iron Halo tactics.
I do want to be careful here. I want to move up to the ammo spot first before I pull in the rest. No Extremis will spawn while this thing's active, so we actually have the luxury of going up to the ammo box that's probably going to spawn up here. This one's pretty much a guaranteed spawn on this map.
Enhanced tactic ready.
You gotta move a bit though. I'll save those boxes there.
Intercepting projectiles. Elite level Xenos. Pacify.
Right at the edge, thank God.
Fragmentation grenade. Obtaining armaments.
Bomb too.
War gear acquired.
As long as you get up to that spot at low ammo, it'll pretty much always give you a box. That's how the director works.
Xenos countermeasure successful.
This.
Iron Halo ready.
I'm gonna save my Halo so I can actually fight the Extremis that are about to spawn. This will be good to trigger them here. My aim raveners and such. Right, go first. Gotcha.
Conversion field operational. Elite level Xenos. Pacify.
Is that approach? Probably just kill this guy, to be honest. Move over here.
Iron Halo online. Iron Halo ready. Enemy reserve. Nuclear bioforce to 0. Iron Halo protocol in progress. High priority Tyranid eliminated. Setting bombardment detected.
Where's he over here?
If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand. Lockdown set target Xenos fire. If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand.
Am I get a boss here too? That's not too bad.
Xenos displaying evasive behavior. Execute Iron Halo tactics. Zone for contact. Ready anti-psychic tactics.
Don't do that for us. Let's just go move behind this barrel. Oh, how's that happen? Damn.
Enhanced tactic ready. Zone removed from combat. Intercepting projectiles.
This guy over here.
Spirit unit sighted. Iron Halo online. High priority tyranny eliminated. Neurotrope sighted. Engage mental precautions. Conversion field operational.
Ravener coming.
Observe guard. Prepping Meltamon. Iron Halo ready. Xenos countermeasures successful. Iron Halo online. Elite level Xenos. Passive up.
Right, that should be the hard part done.
Enhanced tactic ready.
Rush over there. All goes to shit here. Aren't that many guys here
Enhanced
though?
tactic ready. Nullify combat before it rallies more enemies. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Elite level Xenos. Pacify. Reposition. Retake that generator. Tag. Engage light shields. Suppress the enemy heading to generator 1.
Fix Axis Alert unsanctioned mechanical adjustments in Occurrence and Generator 1. Follow only the Divine protocols.
Let's grab this generator before it gets completely fumbled.
Generator still in need of support. Enhanced tactic ready.
So we are getting pretty close to having our Advent Hunter proc on top of our low ammo. It's pretty good. We have all those damage bonuses going. It is pretty insane what you can actually do.
Execute Iron Halo.
Attention. Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation.
Xenos eradication complete. Iron Halo online. The crane requires intervention, brother. Deployment resumed.
Drive train restored. Begin the course of locomotion methods.
Swarm spotted. Headed toward Generator 4.
Pop both these guys into red.
Y-axis of all
We need only descend into the
violent
well.
dismantling of Generator 4 in progress. Punish the ignorant iconoclasts.
Enhanced tactic ready. High priority turret eliminated. Iron Halo ready. Cut off its forward parade. Now. Zone goes past killing. The enemy has successfully requested aid. Specialized bioform neutralized. Zoanthrope neutralized. Engage Iron Halo online. Mark Xenos combatant. Xenos countermeasures successful.
Our headshot damage is doing this now.
Destroy spore mines. Tyranid bioform obliterated. Engage anti-Xenos warfare stratagem.
We're gonna be ammo here before they all come.
Iron Halo online. Melter bomb prepared. Elite level shields. Pacify. High priority turret eliminated. We are committed to this course. The enemy comes, Captain. But we are prepared.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
The swarm is upon us. Do not let the Tyranids into close combat range. The Tyranids behind our front line.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Xenos countermeasures successful. Long-range Tyranid reported dead. Iron Halo ready. Conversion operation. New orders.
It's kind of hilarious how good this class is at wiping out my Norse with melee. Stomp is one of the best melee clearing tools in the game. It's honestly better than like half the melee weapons. Getting these guys off you.
Iron Halo online. Internal explosive ready. Specialized bioform neutralized. Another wave incoming.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Clear the perimeter. Enemies closing in.
The swarm is almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Enhanced tactic ready.
Prepare to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
We end this now. Straven here. Lord. Our ambush was highly effective.
Tyranid biosites down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Ramp down and ready.
Coming in hot.
That is the firepower heavy bolter build.
Returning.
Pretty damn strong. Does a ton of damage. You are a bit squishier, but it doesn't matter too much, at least versus Tyranids. Maybe against Chaos, there's some things you can't properly tank with that fortitude. But in a team, it should be totally fine. Let's see what the stats are here. $66,000 range damage. That is the heavy bolter for you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, take it easy.